This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good night, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for April 1, 2023. And in the news tonight, 3 injured in 3-vehicle Portland crash. 3 people were injured in a 3-vehicle crash along the main road in Spring Garden, Portland on Saturday morning. They are now in hospital, with one of them in critical condition. The crash, which occurred shortly after 8 a.m., involved a trailer truck, a Toyota minibus, and a pickup truck. The police at the scene told the news that the trailer truck reportedly slammed into the back of the pickup, which ended up in a ditch on the opposite side of the road. The minibus also crashed into a ditch on the opposite side of the road. According to an alleged eyewitness, after hitting the back of the pickup, the trailer swerved into the path of the minibus, which was trying to avoid being hit. All 3 vehicles, according to the eyewitness, were traveling easterly towards Port Antonio. Lucky them lucky, because if any other vehicle was coming on the side of the road this morning, a judgment. 3 people gone to hospital, but 1 man no look good, said the eyewitness, who identified himself as Dibs. Meanwhile, the driver of the pickup truck, who gave his name as Danny Chin of a Kingston address, said he was heading towards Orange Bay along the Spring Garden main road when he saw the trailer driver driving in an erratic manner. I saw him driving on the road like a madman. I leave him and I see him in the back again. Just as me see him in my back again, me say, you know, say me should have just pull over off of the road and make him go on where I go. Anyway, the next thing up there, so I push me off the road. So him lick me off of the road, said Chin. Chin said that he believes that his seatbelt helped to save his life. He described the crash as nerve-wracking, adding that he hurriedly exited his pickup as he was fearful that his vehicle could burst into flames. Payments made to most groups which have signed a compensation agreement, says Clark. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark has announced that allocations under the Public Sector Compensation Review Program have been disbursed to almost all groups which signed the wage agreement with the government. Dr. Clark said 2 groups that signed on Thursday and Friday have not received the payments. Those 2 groups total less than 300 workers, he revealed. Dr. Clark said a majority of public bodies have already implemented the 2022-2023 phase of the Compensation Review Program.
We have a rough estimate of about 100,000 employees in central government. Of this total, the number of employees in groups with whom we have not yet reached agreement is less than 1,000. This means we have achieved a 99% agreement rate prior to the end of the 2022-23 fiscal year, and a 99.7% payout ratio for groups with whom we have agreed. There are approximately 140 public bodies with approximately 10,000 employees. Of this number, 125 public bodies have already implemented the 2022-23 phase of the compensation restructuring. The remaining public bodies are mostly the commercial and highly specialized entities for which settlement is expected in the next fiscal year.
Police Inspector, former General Secretary of Federation, dies suddenly. A police inspector died suddenly on Saturday morning. He has been identified as Desmond Roach, a former General Secretary of the Police Federation, who was assigned to the Video Identification Unit at the time of his death. The news understands that Roach fell ill while at home in St. Catherine and was rushed to the hospital, where he later died. The Police Federation expressed sadness at Roach's passing in a message to its members and remembered the late inspector as a stalwart representative. Public sector dental surgeons take industrial action. More than 80 dental surgeons employed by the Ministry of Health and Wellness and the regional health authorities have taken industrial action over what they claim is deliberate action by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service to delay its response to their wage claims. On Friday, the doctors responded only to emergency cases. President of the Union of Clerical, Administrative and Supervisory Employees, Vincent Morrison, told the news that the workers are frustrated with the delay. He said the dental surgeons have been trying to get a response from the Finance Ministry to concerns about the compensation review program without success. The dental surgeons say they will intensify their protest next week if they do not receive a response from the ministry.
Proposals was put to us. We critiqued the proposal, responded. Last meeting was on the 24th, where we saw a number of anomalies. One glaring one was that they had some groups that the salary band was similar to the dental surgeon. For example, the dental nurse. There's no way in which you can do an evaluation exercise and you end up with an outcome that classifies a dental surgeon with groups like dental nurse, because in effect the dental surgeon supervises the dental nurse. We pointed out this to the ministry, and in fact the same day we met with the Ministry of Finance, we responded, and we have been trying to get to the technocrats at the ministry to get a response, and we have not been able to get a response.
NHD to increase options for loan access. Contributors to the National Housing Trust are to have a wider range of access to mortgage financing, with the NHD implementing a series of changes to optimize loan processing. As of Monday, April 3, the NHD will be piloting a new mortgage financing model, the External Financing Mortgage Program. This is to replace the current Joint Finance Mortgage Program on a phased basis to expand the list of mortgage institutions through which contributors can access their NHD loans. This list will now include credit unions along with commercial banks, with National Commercial Bank and the COK Sodality Cooperative Credit Union already signed onto the program. Under Phase 1 of the program, contributors who wish to access their NHD benefits from financial institutions that have not signed onto the EFMP will be able to receive referral letters up to April 30. The NHD says while these entities transition to the EFMP, arrangements are being made for contributors who wish to access their benefits through these institutions to do so from May 1 to July 31. Additionally, all contributors outside the NHD's 0% income band and who intend to mix the funds will receive all loan benefits as if they had gone directly to the NHD. The trust says under Phase 2 of the program, contributors earning more than $30,000 weekly who wish to access loans to purchase on the open market will be required to procure full loans from partnering financial institutions. Another threat of industrial action at Wendelco. There's another threat of industrial action by employees of UC Rizal, which operates the Bauxite Alumina Company Wendelco. The workers, represented by the Union of Clerical, Administrative and Supervisory Employees, are threatening to go on strike starting at 6 o'clock on Monday morning, as there continues to be no arrangements in wage negotiations with the company. UK's President Vincent Morrison is claiming that the management of the company has been disrespectful towards the workers. He told the news that the offer by the company is not in line with the inflation rate in Jamaica. A 72-hour strike notice by the Wendelco workers a week ago was called off after the intervention of the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, followed by a resumption of negotiations at the local level. Those talks have broken down once again, leading to the renewed threat of industrial action. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.